can see when you spread that how hostage African countries are to illicit financial flows. Well, if you break down the illicit flows, it includes base erosion and profit shifting. It includes transfer pricing policies, which would mean under-invoicing in some constituency and over-invoicing in some constituency. But it's all structured to deny you the real tax that has to be paid to the country.
Experts warn that weak tax coordination between African countries has allowed multinationals across borders. The result is reduced government revenue and fewer resources for public services.
Once we have any tax evasion, simply deny government of having money. So when we talked about West Africa now, that simply means that what they should have used to invest in West African social infrastructure like road, heads, education, have been eroded by this tax evasion. It's actually killing development of Africa.
If we were to be able to recoup our money, even a fraction of it, we wouldn't need to borrow. We are talking about that road that needs to be constructed that now cannot be constructed because of lack of funding.
While progress has been made, access to electricity remains a challenge in many parts of Uganda. Without it, families struggle and businesses stall. The government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, is changing this through the Electricity Access Scalar project. Across Uganda, in towns, trading centers, and villages, many lives are changing. With access to electricity, homes feel safer, and small businesses are finally able to thrive.
It has changed our life in general. We were closing earlier, but nowadays we can go up to night.
For Modasi in Bogweri district, it means running his carpentry shop without meter disputes. And for the Lugada family in Loka, it means that children can now study past sunset.
We are able to run those computers very well. We are able to run tests and exams within the school using the electricity.
Before that, we had enough lighting and also the equipment that we have.
Mothers schools come to deliver some fear and documents, and even the other worker too.
Under the Electricity Access Scalar project, all customers located within 90 meters of the existing low voltage network are eligible for a free connection. This includes those who need no pole or just a single pole connection. To apply, simply visit your area's electricity service provider or apply through their online platforms. Electricity unlocks productivity, innovation, and improves quality of life. With EASB, electricity is more than power. It's progress and opportunity. Transforming lives, one connection at a time.
Thank you so much for keeping it UBC. My name is Jethro Kasaiji. Tonight I do return with a special edition talking issues concerning rural electrification. I do understand that most of you do have a number of questions. There are things that you wish to understand what UEDCL is doing, what the Ministry of Energy is also doing to ensure that Ugandans are powered. It is very key, and those are some of the things we shall be diving into. And with me, I do have Engineer Abdon Atwine, who is the Commissioner at the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. I also do have Mr. Thomas Tondo, who is the territory manager from UEDCL. So we shall be looking at a number of issues, but also you just have to follow the conversation and be part of the show so that we do get to understand a number of issues. Commissioner, sorry, Engineer, let me start with you, Engineer Abdonatwine. Thank you so much for sparing time. Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, you are the Commissioner for Rural Electrification. What are you working on? What is your office? What is the mandate of your office?
Thank you, Gisero. Good evening, viewers. As already introduced, Engineer Abdonatwine, Commissioner in charge of Rural Electrification, and I head a department which does a number of things. One is that the mandate we carry on behalf of the ministry is to make sure that people in the country have electricity. When I say people, I mean households must have electricity, industries must have electricity, and other services, sectors like health centers, like education, like tourism, like mining. So the ministry develops projects geared towards extending electricity where there is no network. But the other bit which we do, working with service providers like UEDCL, like Wenreco, is to support electricity consumer connections, what we normally call last mile connections. This is where I need electricity in my home, I need electricity for my business, I have started a factory, I need electricity. So those are the services we do. So we come up with projects. These are implemented in form of projects. We don't implement one by one, like you drop in and you say, I need just one port connect. No, we normally have projects and we pack and then we develop them as a project. And for today, we are here for scale up, but there are other projects that are running or that we are preparing and they are about to start.
What is this scale up project? What is it all about?
Electricity scale up, access scale up project, it is a project which is financed by World Bank together with the government of Uganda to the tune of $638 million US. And this project intends to extend a network by 6,000 kilometers across the country. We are covering 113 districts in terms of grid extension. So we are putting short lines and then putting transformers where people can tap and be connected. Let it be businesses, let it be homesteads, and let it be schools and so on. The other component that we are handling is that we have a component of connections. This project is supposed to connect 1 million new consumers on the grid. So it is something that we have not done before, because most of the projects we have been having like 200,000 connections, but at this time it is a large-scale project where we intend to connect 1 million plus new customers. This project also is coming with an off-grid. What do I mean by off-grid? If we reach you, you are like 20 kilometers away, we put you on systems, 490,000 that will benefit those people who are far away from the grid. But also we have 50 water pumping systems, which we are working with Ministry of Water to pump water for communities. We are electrifying 135 health centers which are far away from the grid, those that we can not hook on the electricity grid. We are also electrifying over 120 schools that are far away from the grid. Apart from that, we have a component of clean cooking. You know, our people, some of them are using firewood, and we are discouraging, and we are saying, can you use modern technologies? So we have a component of clean cooking for public institutions like schools, like health centers, where they can use biogas, where they can use petroleum gas, they can use electricity. We have those systems also that we have already procured. So in terms of the project, it is as big as that. Yeah.
Okay. Manager, Mr. Tondo, as the territory manager, I do understand, if I'm not mistaken, you will correct me, is to ensure that the probably people, how you're driving home, is to ensure that electricity is accessible. Is it really accessible, and is it really closer to the people? I'm talking about power.
Yeah, thank you for hosting us. First of all, I'll start by echoing the words of Engineer Abdul about the project. The project is already ongoing. It has already been rolled out, and we have made a few connections so far. I think we are in the number of about 30,000 connections done this year in terms of this scale-up project. And as you heard, it is covering up to 90 meters. That is up to a pole connection. So if you don't need a pole, or you need a pole connection, we're already doing the connections. And what I can say is that applications are open. We've already received a number of applications from the customers, and the lines are still open. Right now, if you look at this, the number of applications that we're receiving as UEDCL, 90% are all World Bank connections, or government-funded connections, and this is part of the scale-up project that is already being rolled out. And I can say that the preparations that we've made as UEDCL, one, in terms of people, we've actually managed to beef up the workforce to ensure that we have connection technicians that are ready. They have been trained, and they're already up and running to do these connections. Secondly, the processes have been put in place. When you look at the uptake, we already have a list of those that are eligible. We have the eligibility list, the criteria that has been put in place by the ministry and by World Bank, and we've also partnered with stakeholders like local authorities, local governments, mainly out there in the districts. You've heard that this project is covering 113 districts countrywide. So every district has been brought on board to is left out this program. The other one is on the logistical part of it. The company is already in the final stage of ensuring that we actually meet the demand, because right now the demand is higher than the supply. What was expected before in terms of response has actually been surpassed. The number of customers that have come to respond to this program is quite, I don't want to call it alarming, but quite, I can say it gives a lot of hope that the number that we are chasing will actually be achieved.
When did the project start?
The project started
2023. 2023. The project started 2023. I wanted to supplement him. It's okay. Yeah, in terms of access, I wanted to give a bit of statistics. If you see in 2015, we had 16,000 kilometers of lines, medium voltage lines where people can hook power. But as we speak now, we have over 90,000 kilometers within a space of 10 years. So that means we have brought power across the people, and what is left now is to add transformers, make a few extensions, 3 kilometers, 5 kilometers, so that we can hook more people on the network. And that's exactly this project is doing. And he touched on the response in terms of customers who are applying. We have seen really that the customers are there, because as we speak, we have a backlog of close to 400,000 customers who are waiting to be hooked on the network. And we are still counting. And one of the reasons why we come here is that we have that responsibility that the entire nation, we should not leave people behind. So we really need to inform people who have not known the project to jump on board and move with others, so that of electricity.
Maybe, Commissioner, help me understand, and the viewer who is watching us right now, are you benchmarking on something? Because we want to know what exactly are we solving at this particular time as we talk about this new project that started in 2023, as you said.
You see, for any economy to grow, really you must have electricity, because electricity is the engine or the enabler of the economy. You can't have, let's say, a tourism hotel in some place and you really operate normally when you don't have electricity. We are talking about PDM. If you have cows and you produce milk, where will it go? We are talking about so many things. All these things use electricity. What brings us here now is to inform people that we have a project which is running and people should benefit. And how do they benefit? One is that if you have a business and you can connect on a single phase meter, you need a pole. This project connects you. If you don't need a pole at all also, the business, the project connects you. So two categories. I need a pole or I don't need a pole. As long as you are using a single phase meter. There are those other categories which use 3-phase meters. Those ones you pay for yourself. But we need to move the economy, because economy, there are these people who use single phase meters to have a cooler, to have a metal workshop, to have a saloon, to have all those categories. We are calling upon them, wherever you are in the country, to come and benefit from the project.
The project, Commissioner...
and maybe I wanted to come in there.
Please.
Say that the cost of connection is quite friendly.
And that was my point.
Because you need only 30,000 to have this connection concluded. As long as you've done wiring of your premises, all you need, the process is very simple, and this has been actually digitized by UEDCL. You need to be even in your house, so in your own space, you are able to make that application. So what you need to do is wire your house after you've done the wiring, and you have a digital certificate. You know that there are so many licensed wiremen out there who can actually assist you to have that certificate provided. Or if you don't have, you can come to any of our service centers. We're able to give you advice and connect you to the right person who will give you that certificate. And if that is done, all you need to do is to pay 23,600 shillings. Then you shall send a surveyor or an inspector to come and inspect your premises. And then thereafter, you pay only 6,400, which is the prepayment, okay, the preloaded units that come with the meter, and then we connect you. Whether you need a pole or you don't need a pole, that's quite sufficient for you to have that connection. So I believe all Ugandans out there can be able to afford this connection.
Very, very good. Manager.
But before you go on, allow me to emphasize something on how much people should pay. You said you pay 30,000, and 23,600 is for you, for the UEDC to come and inspect your premises to see if your house is fit to receive electricity. Then you have that top up to 6,400 for the first units which come on your meter. Now we have had issues, especially when I move countryside, where some individuals on top of that they say, no, you need also to pay the surveyor when he comes. No, that money is already covered. So as long as you have paid your 23,600, sit comfortably, UDCL will send you a surveyor. You don't need to pay any additional money. The only additional money they will prompt you again to pay for the units which come on the meter.
Commissioner, on that very point, I want to understand the difference between the different projects you've been working upon and the many that we have on board already. You did mention this is a new project. How different is it to solve the few challenges or the many challenges that Ugandans have, and could this be the last bullet for the challenges that Ugandans are facing as far as electrification is concerned?
Now, electrification is a journey. Like you set up from here, you are going to Mukono. You have to go step by step. So the first step that we did, and I have told you from statistics that in 2015, the network was 16,000 kilometers. So customers were far away from the grid. The first step we did is to pull those long lines, 30 kilometers, somewhere even 100, so that we come closer to the people. Now we are close to the people. If you go in any district, people at least will tell you wires are passing, but we are not using electricity. So we are addressing that issue where people are seeing wires and they are saying we are not using electricity by bringing this project now. If we have wires now, we have to put transformers, bring the power to a lower voltage so that it is usable in your home, in your business. And that's exactly what this project that is doing. And from our estimate, and we need about $5 billion. This is part of it. $5 billion so that we can electrify at least 50% of the homesteads in the country. We have a national electrification strategy which targets that by 2030 everybody at least should have one form of electricity. Either you are connected on the grid or you are connected on off-grid, like solar home system. That's why I'm saying this project has that component. Yeah.
Manager, let's talk about the timely efficiency delivery and electricity connections. What are you working on as UDCL to ensure that those things are timely, Ugandans get what they want? Because we are talking about poles and lines. We do have people, for example, the Yaka system that we have. These are things that people are used to. Once my token is done, I have to load. So those challenges, are you working on people who want to have households, a house, for example? Are we talking about those steps? What about those who are renting? There are those challenges people are facing within. How are you addressing them?
Yeah, let me just take it up from there. One, we have simplified the process of getting a connection.
Okay.
Meaning that wherever you are able to access our systems. We have an online system which you can use to access an application. So once you log onto that digital system that we have, the online application system that we have, you're able to put in your application, show us the location where you are, attach your wiring certificate, and then you attach your national ID. The good thing, we have actually even made it simpler for whether you're a tenant, you're a landlord, and if you don't have a national ID, you can use a passport if you're a foreigner. And if you're a refugee, still we have a refugee registration ID, because you may want to apply for power when you're maybe in a space where you're not a Ugandan, but you want to have that power, because we want power to be accessible to all the people who need it. So once you've already applied through the system, you're prompted. The contact that you've shared with us is you receive a message that gives you a reference number that you use to make that payment. And the payment is also digital. You can pay by mobile money. You can use the banks, the partner banks that we have. And maybe to inform the customers that we don't take money at our offices. So we have cut out that process of where you may be fleeced of your money. So you can access your payment through your phone. You get a message confirming that actually the money has been received. And then you receive a message that we are sending someone to come and inspect the premises. And once somebody has inspected the premises, still you receive a prompt, a message on that very number that you used, that your premises has been inspected and you've passed, and then you are ready to pay the final quotation of 6,400. And once you pay that quotation of 6,400, we are still giving you notification that your payment has been received. And then when we schedule you for connection, still we send you a message. We already put in place technology at UEDCL. We have an app that we are using that is given to all our field staff that are doing these connections. So when we send the field staff to come and do the connection, we tell you Thomas is coming to connect your premise, and you're able to know that this is the person who is coming to connect. So once something goes wrong in the process, you can even come back to us and say, the person you sent called Thomas, did ABC, or ask for money, or didn't do the job well, and we're able to do a quality assurance to see that we get feedback and are able to close out some of the challenges that have been happening in the process.
Is it technology and the online system that is going to set out the fraudsters? Very many Ugandans are exploited, to the blockers who come out and say, we can help you to connect you on such a grid or something like that. What are you doing about it?
Yeah, we've done about 4 things. One, training of our staff to ensure that they are vigilant, to ensure that when they are doing work there, they're professional and they do things the way they should be done. We've also strengthened our internal systems of ethics and integrity. We have a team that is overseeing any integrity issue that comes up. We are able to close it out and go for that person who has been reported. We have a line that we put in place for whistleblowing. If you come across a situation where maybe someone is trying to fleece you of money, you can get in touch with us and we're able to apprehend that person. The other thing we've done is that we're now publicizing the information to try and tell the customers that you only need 30,000, so that when someone is asking for more than that, you're able to know that this person is not is misleading me. And then, of course, our diverse network. Right now, you know that UDCL has over 112 offices countrywide.
112.
Yeah, so you're able to reach us in all those locations. You don't have to come to Kampala. Wherever you are, there's a service center where you can go and get in touch with us. Then also we have our call center. We are on all social media platforms as UEDCL. We are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on WhatsApp, we are on Twitter, on X.
Yeah.
So you're able to reach us in all those platforms if you have any inquiries or questions.
Before I bring in engineer, manager, still about that, you've talked about what you have in place, how you do train your staff, the internal systems, publicizing. There is one person who is not connected, not on social media, they do not have radios, they don't read newspapers. Some of these Ugandans are illiterates. What is the process like for them to trust someone in case they want to be connected?
Yeah, what we've done, we have an outreach program with our teams in every service center. We have a team that has been composed. That constituted team is doing like kind of marketing or outreach programs to reach out to the customers and also do product knowledge to the villages and the parishes out there so that people get to know what are the steps, how can they be helped. And these programs that we are running, we are also able to assist customers to apply and be able to support them in the process so that they're able to come even if they're not literate enough. But that knowledge that we are giving through the communities and the outreach programs is able to close that gap. But what I can also report is that when you look at the access of technology or mobile phones by the public, you find that even the grandparents out there in the villages are now able to utilize that smartphone. So the power of a smartphone is also helping us to close that gap.
Commissioner, on the side of policy information, I want you to bring in the power stability. This is something Ugandans are also demanding for. You did talk about that even if it's business, health centers, schools, everywhere you go, you can't do anything sorry, without electricity. What strategy do you have to assure Ugandans to have the trust in whatsoever you're doing, given the different projects we do have and those you're bringing on board, to ensure that the power we have is actually very stable?
Before I come to that stable power supply, I wanted to go back to the technology bit.
Please, please.
There is that segment of customers, potential customers who will say, for me I can't manage to wire my house, so how will I ever get electricity? This project also has that technology. We call it a ready board. A ready board is like every wiring that you would need in your house is in one box. So we come and plug it in your house. It has a socket, it has light outputs, and off you go. Once we connect you, you don't need to wire your house. So there are those people who have one bedroom, there are those people who have 2 bedrooms.
And you don't require a pole.
You don't, yeah, once you don't require a pole, once you require just a pole, not more than one pole, or you don't need a pole, so you are across the grid, we can come and use that technology to connect you. Now, in terms of power reliability, it depends on the entire chain of electricity supply. First of all, you must have enough generation, and I am happy that we are one of those countries where we still boost of supply, although we need to work hard to bring in new generation based on the demand that we are seeing and the rush for people to come and connect, and the industries, the rate at which we are attracting industries because of having enough power supply. That power also needs to be wheeled from where it is generated to the load centers. Like, for instance, power comes from Karuma or Jinja. You must pull it up to Mbarara using transmission network. Those big lines you see on towers that can take, those wires take a lot of electricity, so that you drop a lot of electricity in some areas, which I think we have done well, and we continue to do that one. And then from there, then you reduce on its power. This is now where UDCL comes in, and the ministry, my department, so that it is usable. But as you extend it, how would you ensure that it is reliable? If you have enough generation, you are able to transmit. we continue to assess the network. For instance, if we have put so many customers and we assess and we see the network is reaching its capacity, then we have to upgrade. So we have similar projects that do specifically that, but also UEDCR, who is operating the network through the tariff, we give them funds that if a network, the demand is higher than what you had planned, then they can upgrade. You have had at times we have shutdowns and we are saying we are working on the network. Those are the activities we are doing so that we can give the public stable power. But the other thing is to create alternative lines. For instance, if I'm supplying Entebbe, I have one line, I create an alternative one, two, so that I can manage the road of Entebbe. But also we can bring these big transmission substations. For instance, now we have just launched one in Entebbe, so that bulk power is close to people. You have had us going to Western Nile, so that bulk power can. You have had, I think, in the last 2 years, northern Uganda was really, saying power is not stable. We have put a number of substations there now, which we have opened in the last 2 years, and now the stability of power, they can witness that now we are doing, I think, better than what it was. So there are so many interventions. You have to look at the entire value chain of electricity supply, right from generation up to distribution.
Talking about the value chain, engineer, transparency and value for money, government has invested a lot and it is still investing in a lot. The challenges of power has gone off. We do have factories that are using heavy machines. We do have hospitals. These are facilities that shouldn't at any one point lack electricity, and very many other sectors. What plans do you have at one point when it rains heavily? I do believe we all experience this. Some of our homes, power goes off. Is there a strategy or a mechanism to ensure that such financial losses, lives that are lost probably in such given circumstances, do not happen?
So the way we handle that one is that it is actually done by UEDCR, and you normally have what we call an investment plan. To generate an investment plan, those are the things you look at, you forecast, and you say, okay, in this area, this is the kind of activity which is there. So me as a distributor, if I want to stay on the top of the game, what do I do? What additional investments do I need to do? And they have a whole department of about 40 engineers which looks at such projects so that we stay at the top of the game. And also the entire machinery of the UEDCR and other service providers, they have to work hand in hand so that the processes are quick enough so that you don't delay the investment, because once you delay, it is like coming to a bus stop to catch a bus and you find it has left. Yes. So you need to reach in time so that you are able, that bus that is taking you to where you want to be, you arrive before it arrives.
Manager, maybe you add on that.
Yeah, I can add on that. First of all, if I can talk about the investment plan.
It's okay.
That plan, first of all, we look at a number of inputs. One, we are looking at the development plan for the country, because working with the planning authority, we know upcoming developments that are coming up. Uganda Investment Authority also gives us a few projects that have come up. Then you look at also the forecast in terms of demand, looking at the growth pattern of the way customers have been applying in the previous year. Then we also look at the stressed zones. We have stressed transformers where we have capacity issues. So in the plan, we see how to solve all these things that are happening all over the country. So what I can say, first of the, if I am to look about, talk about the current plan that we have, one is integration of the transmission substations that are under construction right now, to see that we can tap into that transmission network that has come in. The other one is increasing of capacity, upgrading of a number of transformer zones, and also injecting in additional transformers. You know, as the customers increase in number, you find that the transformer that is available in that locality is insufficient, and we need to inject and kind of try and balance the load among the customers, and also trying to respond to investments that are coming up, because we have some customers that have expressed need of expansion. Others are saying we are coming up with a new industry that is coming up. We have a number of industrial parks countrywide. We have actually made a plan for all the industrial parks countrywide to see that we can actually provide capacity for those industrial parks that are coming up. And then also have a program for the sub-county, government sub-counties, health centers, hospitals. We're trying to look at all the sectors in the country to see how we can support them in the plan. So that plan is already in place, and we are implementing it.
Well, now that you have the investment plan on board, I do understand there are some challenges. What are some of those challenges you're facing at the moment as UDCL, and you're trying to find a lasting solution for those?
One of them is when you look at the lag time of getting materials in, you know that some of the materials are coming from abroad, and you have to order, and there's that time lag of having the materials in to kind of implement. That's one of the challenges that we are facing. The other challenge that has come in is vandalism. Some of the projects that we have already implemented or already ongoing have been attacked by vandals, whereby you put up a line and people are coming up and stripping the line of the materials that you put in place. So we're working with security agencies and government to see that we also come in to curb this vice of vandalism, which is one of the things that is affecting us. Maybe the other issue is currently, you know, so many projects running at the time, we can't be in many places at the same time. So you find that it has become a kind of firefighting. We are working on Jinja, and yet demand is growing out there in Kapeka. We are working on Mbale. You know, there are so many demand spots that are coming up out there, so we have to be proactive. But I can say that we are managing, and plans are already in place to see how we can spread out our presence
to the people,
especially the teams that are doing the contracts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe one more challenge which you didn't bring up,
please,
is people need to coexist with this network, because this is actually public good, public service. But we have had challenges where you find that the community is saying, you need to remove this pole, you need to remove the transformer, you need. It is becoming a big challenge. But I would urge the public really to coexist with this network. It is their network, and it is serving them.
Commissioner, maybe kindly, our time is running. I'll talk about some of the policies, your vision and leadership strategy that you have to ensure that Ugandans benefit from whatever project that you're bringing on board.
Yeah, one of the policies is that we are mandated to provide electricity equitably. So you will find that we have some specific projects where we are saying we must electrify all district headquarters. That's the driver. We must electrify all sub-counties, parishes up to the lower level. So that by going that systematically, we are responding to that policy. The other policy, which is a popular one, is the electricity connections policy. That's what drives us, that if you don't need more than one pole, then we should come and give you electricity free of charge, apart from that inspection funds. But also, we realize that the way we are settled, we can't reach everybody. At times it is not cost effective to pull, for instance, 20 kilometers of a line to serve one person. So we are telling those potential customers, we have other alternatives of grid systems which you can use. We have areas like which are islands. It is not easy to get them through submarine cables. Also, we are establishing mini grids. So that's another strategy that we are taking. Those are the major strategies in terms of accessing, but also we are advocating to have enough supply, so that, because pulling wires everywhere is not enough unless you have specific strategies. So we have plans that we should develop new generation plants so that we stay up on the game.
Okay, Commissioner, I will get back to you to give your parting shots. Manager, your last remarks as you re-energize Ugandans that might seem, there are those that might have given up or lost hope as far as your works are concerned as UEDCL. What message do you have for them?
Yeah, the message I have for Ugandans, one, first of all, on the issue of reliability, I want to give hope to the Ugandans that the company has put in place enough strategies and plans to ensure that we improve the power situation. And as you can see that, I think in the last few months, you see that there's a great improvement in terms of reliability. Where power is going off, we are actually working, like we are cooking, to ensure that we improve the situation. Just as Commissioner mentioned, that some of these shutdowns that you see that are happening are to help us refurbish and increase on the capacity and ensure that the line is more stable. So in terms of reliability, I want to pledge that the situation is going to be improving day by day. In terms of connections, the speed of connections, execution of connections, I also pledge that materials have come in and we are going to be connecting at a faster rate than before. And as you see, as you've heard from the Commissioner, is that the funding has been provided. So we are ready just to hit the ground and ensure that customers get connected to these connections that have been offered by government.
Thank you, Commissioner. Your parting shots as far as the project you're driving home is concerned, the electricity access Keller project.
Yeah, I want to call upon the public, especially those who are close to the grid, that you need one pole or no pole, to really come and get connected, because the project has a timeline. Once the timeline is expire, then you will not benefit. But also as a government, we know that the demand for electricity is very high. Almost everybody now says, I can see lines close to me, I need electricity. People should be patient. We are developing other projects that are in the pipeline, and we intend really to reach 50% of grid connections, households, by 2030. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Engineer Abdon Twine, Commissioner, Rural Electrification Department from the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development. Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas Tondo, the territory manager, UEDCL. Ladies and gentlemen, a number of projects are being worked on by the ministry, by government, by UEDCL. So what is left for us as Ugandans is to ensure that we embrace whatever project comes on board. Remember, the target is to ensure that Uganda gets to that middle income status. How best can we get to that? Of course, by embracing some of these projects when it comes to electrification and being powered. From me and the entire team, thank you so much for being part of the show. I am Jethro Kasaiji. Ciao.
While progress has been made, access to electricity remains a challenge in many parts of Uganda. Without it, families struggle and businesses stall. The government of Uganda, through the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, is changing this through the Electricity Access Scale-Up project. Across Uganda, in towns, trading centers, and villages, many lives are changing. With access to electricity, homes feel safer, and small businesses are finally able to thrive. It
has changed our life in general. We were closing earlier, but nowadays we can go up to night.
For modesty in both